Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. Let's take a moment before we go any further to just breathe. Right here, right now, you're okay. Maybe not perfect, maybe not at peace, but okay. And in a world that feels like it's trembling, that's a miracle in itself. Because it's been heavy lately, hasn't it? Not just in your life, but in the world. Maybe you felt it in the pit of your stomach when you opened the news. Maybe you felt it in that quiet sigh that you let out without even realizing it. Maybe you've caught yourself asking more than once lately, what is happening to us? I know I've asked that many times. We're watching leaders fall. We're watching fear rise. We're seeing more people divided, angrier, quicker to hate, and slower to care. But you, my friend, you are not powerless in the face of this. You are a still point in the center of the storm. You are loving, and you are love, choosing to stay standing. And today's episode is for you. Let's go deep into that stillness together. There is no doubt that we are living in a fractured time period. You see it everywhere. Online, people are tearing each other apart over headlines. In families, one political argument can split decades of togetherness. In nations, compassion is replaced by control. And the scariest part? Well, the scariest part is that it all starts to feel normal. But just because something is loud doesn't mean that it's lasting. History has always had cycles like this, and we need to remember that. Moments when it feels like that the world forgets itself. Moments where fear gets louder than love. But those moments, well, they don't define humanity. As much as sometimes we seem to want to label humanity by those things. What defines us is what we do when love is tested. So if your soul has been aching, if your heart has felt too soft for this world, know this. You are not weak, and you are not naive. You are part of the antidote. Let me tell you something that you may not be hearing from the world right now. You are doing better than you think. Let me say that to you again. You are doing better than you think. Just the fact that you're still choosing kindness when it would be easier to check out is a radical act. Just the fact that you're still loving, even when the world teaches you to be numb. That, my friends, that's a form of resistance. Just the fact that you're listening to this podcast, you chose to do that. That you are seeking softness, growth, clarity. That means that you haven't given up. You're part of a quiet revolution. the one that never makes headlines, the one that moves thread by thread through homes, hearts, hugs, whispers, and witness. You are keeping the thread alive, my friends. And here's something that I want you to carry with you today. Love doesn't protect you from pain. It protects you within pain. It's not a shield that keeps hurt away. It's a core that keeps your soul intact while the world spins around you. Think of love like a gravity at the center of your being. The storm can rage. The lies can swirl. The anger can rise. But love holds you. And it doesn't just hold you still. It holds you true. True to your values, to your humanity, to what you know is real. Even when others deny it, guys. Even when they deny it. Even when cruelty is normalized, which is absolutely awful. Even when it feels like nothing you do matters. Because the truth is, love always leaves something behind. A mark, a memory, a ripple. We've talked about ripples many times, and they happen with everything we do. You may not see the full effect right away, but someone, somewhere, is better because you existed, because you cared, because you stayed kind. You might be thinking that all sounds good, Bob, but what do I do when the heartbreak is right here? When the thing I hoped for is gone? When people I loved turned hard or cold? Or when trust has been shattered? When I feel helpless watching the world burn? I have an answer. Here is what you do in those moments, guys. Here it is. You grieve. You let it break your heart. Because grief is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you were brave enough to love in the first place. So you pause. You remember that your energy is sacred. You don't have to fight every battle. You choose the ones that love asks of you. That's the ticket, guys. You breathe. You remind yourself that transformation rarely looks like fireworks. Actually, what it looks like seeds under the soil. It looks like healing in quiet places. And then when you're ready, you act with love. Not with perfection. Not with 1,000 followers. And not with the weight of the world on your back. Just one act of love at a time. That's enough. It really, really is. That is enough. You've heard me say it before. But you know what? It is worth repeating. You, right there that I'm pointing at, you are part of something larger than this moment. You are woven into the tapestry of humanity. And the thread you're holding right now, at this moment, that thread of love, empathy, and tenderness, it matters. It matters more than ever. There are people listening with you right now across the world. They are listening to what we are saying right now, at the same time you are. People that you've never met. But guess what? They're feeling this too. They're breathing this in too. And you're all part of the same quiet choir, singing a song the world desperately, desperately needs to remember. That love is real, that people matter, that hope is not foolish, and that kindness is never wasted, and you are not alone. So take this with you today. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to feel despair. But you are never, ever without power. You know why? Because every time that you choose love in word, in silence, or in action, you change the story. Even when no one sees it, guys. Even when it feels small. Even when it hurts. Probably even more so when it hurts. You are the still point at the center of the storm. And I am so, so grateful that you are here. Still holding the thread. Still loving. I mean, you make this choice, don't you? And you are still you. Until next time, guys, keep breathing, keep loving, and remember this. You are not alone in this. Not ever. I love you guys very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.